ito na, ato nagsugdan, ang ato tulong. Lord Almighty, we thank you for this occasion, the opening salvo of the 453rd founding anniversary of Cebu as a province. Panalangin kami tanan, o ginuang ang manapuson, ang among kasahulugan, hindi among ipatayo pinagi, imong anak ng si Jesu Cristo, kinalan sa mga Santo. Amen. Board members, ilan sa unang distrito, board member Yuli Daan o board member Raul Bacantos. Ilan sa ikaduhang distrito, board member Raymond Joseph Calderon o board member Stanley Caminero. Third district, board member Victoria Tata Corominas Toribio o board member John Ismael Chibo Borgonia. Ikan sa ikaapat na distrito, board member Kerry Shimura. Ikan sa ikalimang distrito, board member Andre Red Duterte o board member Mike Villamor. Ikan sa ikaunom na distrito, board member Tadeo Jovito Junki Uano o board member Glenn Anthony Soco. Gikan sa ikapitong distrito, board member Cesar Salsi Baricuatro. Ang atong APC President sa Lalawigan, board member Celestino Tini Martinez III. SK Federation President, board member Jericho Rubio. PCL Cebu President, board member Caroline Bacaltos. Aniya usab uban kanato ang atong mga mayor o mga vice mayor from the 1st district. Dakpayan sa Talisay, Mayor Gerald Anthony Gulias o Vice Mayor Richard Aznar. Minglanilla, Mayor Rajiv Enan o Vice Mayor Lani Peña. Naga City, Mayor Valdemar Chong o Vice Mayor Virgilio Chong. San Fernando, Mayor Maitha Ann Canoy o Vice Mayor Richie Regine Reluya. Carcar City, Mayor Patrick Marcenas o Vice Mayor Efren Quijano. Sibonga, Mayor Leonel Bacaltos o Vice Mayor Mariano Laude. From the 2nd District, Argao, Mayor Alan Cisaldo. Vice Mayor Orly Ortiga. From Dalagete, Honorable Coca Osorio and Honorable Ernesto Tampos. Alcoy, Mayor Michael Angelo Sestoso and Vice Mayor Neil Plando. Gikan sa Bulhoon, Mayor Joey Terama o Vice Mayor Ervin Villanueva. Oslo, Mayor Ronald Guaren. Santander, Mayor Marites Boscato and Vice Mayor Julian Wenceslao. Sambuan, Mayor Emerito Calderon Jr. o Vice Mayor Ervin Gamalio. Gikan sa ikatulong distrito, from Barili, Mayor Pablo Jan
Garcia, Vice Mayor Luisito Ponsica, Alukinsan Mayor Cesar Ignatius Igig Moreno, and Vice Mayor Raisa Moreno Borgonia. Pinamungahan Mayor Jessica Baricuatro and Vice Mayor Glenn Baricuatro. Toledo City, Vice Mayor Jay Sige and Honorable Ricardo Pepito. Balamban, Mayor Ace Stefan Binhay. Asturias, Mayor Dana Andrew Dumdum and Vice Mayor Melvin Laputa. Tuburan, Mayor Democrito Diamante and Vice Mayor Danilo Diamante. Gikan sa ikaapat nga distrito, gikan sa Tagoylan, Mayor Raul Herona and Vice Mayor Rex Herona. San Remigio, Vice Mayor Mariano Martinez. Daan Bantayan, Mayor San Shimura. Midilien, Mayor Benjun Mondigo and Vice Mayor Juan Alfonso Lim. Bogo City, Mayor Carlo Jose Martinez. Tabugon, Mayor Francis Edward Salimbangon and Vice Mayor Eric Alivio. Santa Fe, Mayor Itamar Espinosa and Vice Mayor Mary Grely. Bantayan, Mayor Arthur Despic and Vice Mayor Antonio Montemar. Madridejos, Mayor Romeo Villaseran. Gikan sa ikalimang distrito, Liloan, Mayor Algio Fernando Frasco. Vice Mayor Darwin Apas. Compostela, Mayor Philidjor Quintinio. Carmen, Mayor Carlo Villamor. Catmon, Mayor Avis Monleon and Vice Mayor Armel Poro. Gikan sa Sugod, Honorable Toribio Montejo and Honorable Leonardo Moneva. Gikan sa Bourbon, Mayor Noel Doutilios and Vice Mayor Roy Melgo. San Francisco, Mayor Alfredo Arquiliano Jr. o Vice Mayor Ali Arquiliano. Poro, Mayor Edgar Rama and Vice Mayor Daina Rama. Tudela, Mayor Greman Jojo Solante and Vice Mayor Erwin Yu. Pilar, Mayor Manuel Winky Santiago and Vice Mayor Chiseline Maratas. Gikan sa ikaunom nga distrito, aniya sila: Consolacion, Mayor Teresa Aligado. O Cordova, Mayor Cesar Didoy Suan and Vice Mayor Victor Tago III. Gikan sa ikapitong distrito, from Dumanhog, Mayor Efren Gontrano Higa and Vice Mayor Erwin Higa. Ronda, Mayor Mariano Terence Yap Blanco and Vice Mayor Rocky Gabatan. Alcantara, Mayor Fritz Lastimoso and Vice Mayor Larry Llenos. Moalboal, Mayor Inocentes Cabaron and Vice Mayor Paz Rosgoni. Badyan, Mayor Carmen Lumain and Vice Mayor Doris Silvano. Alegria, Mayor Gilberto Magallon and Vice Mayor Berna Magallon. Malaboyok, Mayor Erlinda Piedad and Vice Mayor Ana Deborah Aliosada. Hinatilan, Mayor Roy Vincent Cinco and Vice Mayor Dean Michael Cinco. Aniasab ang atong mga nagkadayang nga mga departamento, mga partner agencies sa Kapitolyo. Department of Agriculture, Department of Agriculture 7, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Department of Interior and Local Government, Department of Health, Department of Tourism, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Trade and Industry, Cebu Province, Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, Land Transportation Office, Philippine National Police Regional Office 7, Cebu Provincial. Ingon man ang PCA, Philippine Coconut Authority. Kaigsunan aging paghangog o pagdawat sa tanan nga niya karon dinhi atong paminawon ang welcome message gikan ni Vice Gobernador Hilario Davide III.
With mayors of Cebu Province's component cities and municipalities, heads of different regional offices of national government agencies present this morning, fellow workers of government, friends. Welcome to the opening day of the month-long celebration of the 453rd founding anniversary of Cebu Province, the #1 province. It is said that the best view comes after the hardest climb. After close to 3 years of scaling together the tumultuous path to the top, where the COVID-19 pandemic as the biggest obstacle, we finally reached the summit of our struggle to witness the best view since 2020. Tanawa atong palibot sa mga kalungsuran, sa mga kadakbayanan dinis ato, murag makita lang yun nato nga naibalik na ang atong naandang kinabuhi. We made it to the top because we managed and learned to adapt to the dangers of the pandemic. Capital officials rallied around the bold policies and programs of Governor Gwen that aided in the faster recovery of the province. Tungod sa atong naangkon nga kalampusan, haom lang nga karong tuiga mas bibo, hugyaw o mabulokon ang atong kasaulugan sa anibersaryo human sa yanon natong selebrasyon sa miaging duha.
And now, the University of Cebu Dance Company. the University of Cebu Dance Company.
Cebu is a kaleidoscope of varying cultures and lifestyles, a rich cultural hub where Western and Eastern traditions meet, a fusion of things traditional and modern. It is because Cebu was a spot where Philippine history began, became the cradle of Christianity, experienced and suffered the brunt of American and Japanese invasion, and later on transformed itself into a regional hub of everything from arts and craftsmanship to business and information technology, the country's oldest settlement. Cebu is also one of its most historic and retains much of the flavor of its long Spanish heritage up to this day, while it continues to be a melting pot of old traditions but looking brightly to the future. History began in 1521, when after almost 2 years of grueling sea travel, Ferdinand Magellan set foot on a bountiful island, Cebu. He planted the seed of faith that made Cebu the cradle of Christianity in the Pacific, but the welcoming natives went up in arms when their freedom was threatened. Magellan met his end at the Battle of Mactan in the hands of Lapu-Lapu and his men. Almost half a century later, the Spanish ships returned. This time, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi fulfilled the mission to officially claim the island for the King of Spain. Cebu became the first capital of the future nation, the Philippines. The natives bowed and embraced the Catholic faith, loving wholeheartedly the Holy Child. 1569. King Philip officially conferred the title of the first Governor-General of the island on Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The province of Cebu was born. But after centuries of serving the King of Spain, the Cebuanos were awakened once more and rose up to claim their independence. 1898, the bloody Battle of Tres de Abril exploded, the locals revolting against their colonizers. When the Spaniards left, the Americans took over and ushered in a new era of democratic rule. Cebu's rapid development began. Modernization took place. Electricity, mass transportation, and clean water became available. Mass media organizations sprouted. Hospitals and fine government edifices were erected, like the iconic Cebu Provincial Capital, which was inaugurated in 1938. But in 1941, Cebu's rise was halted when the Japanese Imperial Army invaded, that led to its devastation during the World War II. 1944, Sergio Osmeña became the first Cebuano to be president of the Philippine Commonwealth. The war continued to rage on, but the fierce Cebuano guerrillas stood their ground until 1945, when American Allied forces landed in Talisay. This led to the surrender of the Japanese Imperial Army, ending 3 dark years of occupation. After the war, Cebu rose from the ashes. A long succession of leaders have made Cebu what it is today, a cultural and historical melting pot, a business and trading powerhouse that remains a comfortable home to many. Cebuanos love their tradition, but they are not afraid of progress. Tourism has become a major industry in an island filled with natural wonders. Cebu is also a home to a number of businesses that drive the province's economy forward. Information technology, business processing outsourcing, agriculture, manufacturing, shipbuilding, and many more. A creative hub for artists, designers, and filmmakers. There is no shortage of colorful ideas. In 2004, History was made once again when the first woman governor was elected into office, Gwendolyn Fial Garcia. She executed progressive programs that spurred development in the province. Sleepy towns became vibrant as she led Cebu to become the #1 province in the country. During her time, Cebu became the center of attention, gaining national and international recognition. 2019, Gwendolyn Garcia returned as the first governor to be elected for the 4th term. It was during this term that one of the most challenging times for humanity struck, the COVID-19 pandemic. As if it was not enough, even before Cebuanos can fully recover from it, Super Typhoon Odette came. And yet, Cebu did not only survive. Cebu prevailed, with Governor Garcia leading the Cebuanos who braved to rise from the myriad challenges. Because of her brand of leadership, in May 2022, an unprecedented 1.4 million Cebuanos gave their vote of confidence to Governor Garcia, giving her a fresh mandate to lead her people for a historic 5th term. Numbers never before clinched by a governor in Cebu's 453 years of existence. Today, Cebu continues to lead the way. #1 in assets with over 213 billion pesos. An island that offers the best quality of life. Cebu has become the model in defining policies and even in choosing the country's leaders. The rest of the country follows. Cebu's growth over the years brings sense of pride and eternal bliss to all Cebuanos. Moving forward with great leaders at the helm, greater and more exciting things are yet to come in this beautiful island province.
Nini ngayon na atong paminahon ang mensahe gikan sa atong amahan sa ikatulong distrito, Congressman Pablo Jan PJ Garcia.
Salamat Sam, Governor Gwen Garcia, Vice Governor Hilario David III, our mayors of the Tri-City, Mayor Jonas Cortez of Mandaue City, Mayor Michael Rama of Cebu City, Mayor Ahong Chan of Lapu-Lapu City, our board members of the province of Cebu, mayors, vice mayors, the heads of the national government agencies, and department heads of the capital, tanan nga na dinhi maayong buntag ka natong tanan. Whenever we celebrate yet another founding anniversary of the province of Cebu, I'm always struck by the length of time and the history span, almost half a millennium. Today, 453 years as one province and as one people. It is a long history by any measure. And as a public official, it always strikes me and puts everything in its proper perspective. How our roles and our duties and our achievements as public officials are put in perspective. That our efforts and things that we have achieved, although many, if viewed in that vastness of history of almost half a millennium, we are such a tiny speck. On the other hand, that perspective does not diminish our role and should not discourage us from further achieving. Because if we are but one drop in that ocean that is the history of the province of Cebu, then we have to make that one single small drop matter. We should give it all that we could, all that we can, so that we move Cebu's history forward and upward. On another hand, we also see that it puts all our trials, all our tribulations, all our difficulties as a province and as a people in perspective. That throughout all these 453 years, almost half a millennium, no matter what adversity, no matter what trial, no matter what we faced as a people, we have always survived and we have thrived, and we, in the future, shall always overcome. That is why we are grateful that we are led by leaders in this province that have consistently brought this province forward better and higher. And I think, even though I am the brother, I think we should give our governor, Gwen Garcia, credit for that. It gives us hope, and it assures us that after this 453 years, there will be more good years to come under the leadership of Governor Gwen Garcia. On the 453rd year also, we are invited to reflect on the fact that all these years, almost half a millennium after, we remain one undivided and indivisible province of Cebu. And it should also remind us to remain vigilant, to guard this integrity as a province. Because history also tells us that memories are short, and history is liable to be forgotten. History, in fact, is liable to be rewritten. So we must, on this 453rd year, rededicate ourselves and recommit ourselves to one thing, and that is the continued unity and indivisibility of this great province of Cebu. The rest will follow. So I thank the province of Cebu for allowing me to celebrate with you the 453rd anniversary ug sa tanan natong mga igsuong mga subuanon. Niining ika 453 nato nga tuig isip usa kalalawigan. PJ, sa kalipay, labi na gyud sa kalisod, padayon jud. Daghang salamat kung may buntag ka natin.
Daghang salamat, Congressman Pablo Jan PJ Garcia. Atong paminahon karon ang atong mga Tri-City Mayors. Atong unahon ang atong amahan sa Dakbayan sa Mandaue, Mayor Jonas Cortez.
Daghang salamat, Sam. Una sa tanan akong pagyukbo ngadto sa atong inahan para kanako. She is the architect Kay rason ug ngano nga ang probinsya sa Sugbo nga nahimong usa ka probinsya second to none. Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, Gov, salamat for making Cebu as the #1 province. And of course, dili mahimo ang atong gobernador ug way kaabag. Ang kaabag sa atong gobernador nga dili mo babag, Vice Governor Junjun Davide. And to all the board members, mayors, vice mayors, regional directors, to my fellow public servants, kanatong tanan, mayong buntag. 453 years ago, Cebu's future was chartered by men who believed that the single step of making Cebu a province will give greatness to this province and to all the Cebuanos. Gani, sukad kaniadto, hangtod karon, ang Sugbo nagpabilin nga usa ka malambuon nga probinsya. Salamat sa atong mga opisyales gipanguluhan ni Governor Gwendolyn Garcia. Gov, thank you so much, and we are truly grateful. Ilabi na ang mga Mandawiano. You know, we are like branches of a tree. We grow different directions and yet our roots are one. Kay lagi, sagi kaingon ko na, kitang tanan, Sugbuanon. And nasuwayan, nakita o giunsa sa probinsya, sa Tri-Cities to survive the pandemic. Para kanako, it was not a test, but it was a moral obligation. Ilabi na sa mga opisyales nga nanumpa that we will do our best, that we will impose, nanumpa ta before we took our office, that we will impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Nindot ang resulta, ako na ginaot na atong padayonon. It was tested. Nasuwayan, nakita. Na nagkaiusa ang tanan. Even ang probinsya, the Tri-Cities, pareha sa 5 katudlo. These are 5 independent units. But if we fold them together, the fist will multiply its strength. There is unity in diversity. You know, allow me to share my favorite lessons that I've learned from the life of an eagle as we brave through this new normal. First, rebirth. This involves the death of the old life. The eagle has to undergo a painful decision as it goes through 5 months of process. A painful process of picking out, plucking out its beak and its talons so that the new ones can grow. Nasayod ta nga gila magkatiguang ang beak, magkabawog, mag-isod og kaon, and much more as its claws. Simple and yet ultimate life lesson. No pain, no gain. Second, eagles love the storm. And they are aware that the storm winds lift them up above the clouds. And when they are above the clouds, eagles can rest their wings and make them even stronger. Life lesson: we must face the storms in our lives because challenges bring opportunities. And third, lastly, eagles fly alone or with the same type. So let us look for the people at our own level, people who think like us, so we can grow, we can dream and grow together. May all of us, like the eagle, fly high, soar high. Let us soar high with Governor Gwendolyn Garcia and make this province even greater. Happy anniversary! Mabuhi kitang Sugbuanon. Daghang salamat ug maayong buntag kinatong tanan.
Daghang salamat, Mayor Jonas Cortez of Mandawi City. Ninigayo na atong paminaw. Ang amahan sa Dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu, Mayor Junard Ahong Chan.
Kaya salamat, Sam. Sa ato ang bugtong na babae nga may nakahimong numero 1 sa probinsya sa Subo, Governor Gwendolyn Garcia. Sa giingon na ni Mayor Jonas ang kaabag, kining kaabag di na ko ni makalimtan kay sa diyang nidagan ko in my second term, majority of the council are babag. But pag eleksyon, ang tanang babag nahurot o kapildi. Una nga ang kaabag sa ato ang gobernador, ang vice-gobernador, Governor Hilario Davide III, representative of the 3rd Congressional District of Cebu, Congressman Pablo John Garcia, provincial board members, Cebu Mayor Michael Rama, Mandawi City Mayor Jonas Cortez, mayors and vice mayors of the different cities and municipalities of the province of Cebu, regional directors from the different government agencies, PNP officers headed by the PRO 7 Chief Police Brigadier General Roque Eduardo Vega, colleagues from the government service, stakeholders, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. In behalf of the Opunganon people, allow me to convey my warmest felicitations to the province of Cebu of the occasion of its 453rd founding anniversary. I am truly humbled by this invitation by the good Governor Gwen Garcia. Despite our status as a highly urbanized city, Lapu-Lapu City still remains to be part of Cebu Province, and I am humbled, truly grateful to the good Governor for treating us as one of her son. Mura kog adopted son ni Governor Garcia. Kay matag okasyon dinis Kapitolyo, iya jud kong imbitahon, dili jud ko niya kalimtan. nabati jud na nako ang pagpangga nimo Gov kanako. Siguro kay si Governor Gwen, I share a lot in common. She and my father are both from Barili, while my mom and her father are also both from Dumanhog. Gawas ni ana managsama usab kami og work ethics. We both are workaholic and hands-on public servant. Cebu Province as a whole, including Lapu-Lapu City, thrives on tourism. Mao nga mapasalamaton kaayo ko ug dako nga pareho kami og laraw nga mao ang pagbukas o pagbalik sa probinsya sa Cebu. Lakip na ang dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu ngadto sa langyaw nga turista. Kay lagi adopted son man ko ni Gov Gwen. Sa ato pa, half sister na nako ang si Mayor Cristina Garcia Fresco. Ang ato ang Tourism Secretary. And I am sure nga pabor kaayo kitang mga Subuanon. Karon nga siya na ang naglingkod sa Departamento sa Turismo. Malaumon ako nga ubos sa liderato ni Governor Gwen inabagan sa tanang mga mayores o sa iyang anak na si Cristina Fresco. Magmalambuon pag-usab ang probinsya sa Cebu. Lakip na ang dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu human sa pandemya o sa katalagman. Together, we will make a better Cebu, united and stronger than ever. After all, we only have one Cebu, and we are all proud Cebuanon. Mabuhi ang Cebu, mabuhi ang Cebuanon. Daghang salamat.
Daghang salamat, Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan of Lapu-Lapu City. Ang sunod natong paminaw, ang atong amahan sa dakbayan sa Cebu, Mayor Mike Rama.
Buntag, why don't we give ourselves a round of applause for a wonderful day, and thank God for this morning. People were wondering, and then there was no rain, and the whole affair started. The flag raising commenced, we go beyond, and then we started going to the exhibit. There was drizzling, but I think there was no such thing as outpouring of the rain, deserving for us to thank the Lord. Pakpak ni Senior Santo Niño. Today, I am here standing, but I will take this opportunity. Gob, salamat kaayo. And then I called you. Gob, I'm running for the president of the leagues of the cities of the Philippines. Please tell all the component mayors and the highly urbanized mayors, please, mahalag mapildi ko, basta di lang ko pildihon sa kaugalingon na kong probinsya nga ako nagtubo. And the rest is history. Standing before all of you as the president of 146 components and highly urbanized cities of this archipelago, and I thank the governor for standing to my presidency. Looking back That's why I keep on reminding fellow servants of this one Cebu Island that we should always remember yesterday's learning, because if we will bring it to the storage of forgetfulness, the lessons of the past, as George Santayana have said, those who cannot remember the past are doomed to commit and condemn by themselves to repeat it. Division will never bring us to unity. But unity, no one can bring us to division. Sakto ko? That's precisely, I was listening to the President, BBM, in his synagogue, and the word indivisibility. Wow. I've always heard that word indivisible, and one only from the governor. And we should give the governor our wholehearted round of applause in being so consistent. And that precisely, if I remember it right, I wish my memory will not fail me, that the one who made the law, bringing this celebration every August 6th, the provincial day. And you thought provincial day is only for the province. But we, the city of Cebu, had that benefit of enjoying the holiday. Maybe many are unaware that in that law, the capital of the province of Cebu is Cebu City. And because of that, I have told the governor, Gob, count me in times of sorrows, in times of, we call it, period when we were challenged, so much challenged. And I called the governor, Gob, I will be in capital. And I was only the vice mayor at that time. Gob, I asked my mayor, I should be a part of whatever discussion you will have. For your suffering is our suffering. Our suffering is the suffering of the Tri-Cities. And we must be one, solid, united, indivisible, and we must continue to do the solidarity, and such solidarity can only be achieved if we are ready to sacrifice. 453 years of existence. It was not all joy, it was not all suffering, but I am pretty sure, as George Santayana have always said, remember the past. It was all learning. Learning, and I wish we continue learning, because it is in learning, as Jonas, my co-Tri-City Mayor, we can soar high. It is also in learning, and that in unity, we can be one. And that is our partner, Ahong Chan. And finally, I've always been bringing this, for we are, in the city of Cebu, would like to journey to a destination, Singapore-like Cebu City. I would have wanted to play my audiovisual, but I don't, and I have told my staff, no, this is the province celebration. But please, we cannot proceed towards that destination if I, the mayor of the city of Cebu, with all the 27 departments and the council headed by Vice Mayor Raymond Garcia, if we will not be together. For Henry Ford have said, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. And together with you and all of us as one Cebu province, Cebu, one Cebu island, together we can make great things happen for the whole island of Cebu. Happy 453 years of existence. Daghang salamat. Maayong buntag ka na tuntunan. Hep, hep!
Daghang salamat, Mayor Mike Rama of Cebu City.
After making history for being the first woman governor in the province of Cebu, Governor Gwendolyn Garcia continues with her trailblazing streak. A long list of accomplishments that she has made and why Cebu continues to be the leader among provinces would not fit into a few minutes of video presentation. But if to put a finger into something, these two are the recent ones. The COVID-19 pandemic and the Super Typhoon death. Both crises hitting Cebu one after the other could either make or unmake a leader. Barely a year after her return to the capital for a historic fourth term, the COVID-19 pandemic struck that brought damning effects to the provinces and the country's economy. With the lives and future of 3.2 million Cebuanos in her hands, Governor Garcia took bold steps to protect the safety and the welfare of the people. With her grit and practical way of thinking, Governor Garcia made a rational approach in dealing with the pandemic, balancing both the economy and health. Cebu was the first to reopen tourism activities. The provincial government implemented pandemic response measures that brought back business activities and jobs. The CEBU program and CEBU Negosyo were launched that helped the people get back on their feet. The enhanced countryside development that will help farmers get financing help from banking institutions. The CEBU Kahanas that helped those who lost their jobs and livelihoods acquire much needed skills to be able to get back into the workforce again. Governor Garcia poured most of the government resources on lasting projects, such as improvement of infrastructure, roads, bridges and street lighting, waterworks system, and medical facilities, among others. Government was brought closer to the people through the caravan of provincial government services. All of these became possible with the help of the Vice Governor and the members of the Provincial Board and the private sector that have always supported her administration. Governor Garcia also led the province, including the highly urbanized tri-cities of Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue, in adopting a unified One Cebu Island approach. While her policies caught the ire of some people in power, they endeared her more to the Cebuanos, for they have seen that Governor Gwen is willing to put herself in the line of fire to promote, protect, and defend their welfare. Just before Cebu could fully recover from the pandemic, Typhoon Odette came, and the massive destruction that it brought on the island caught many by surprise. But with much clarity in her decision-making, Governor Garcia mobilized all government resources and the private sector to clear the roads, bring electricity and communication networks back, and send much-needed help to affected areas with no delay. The well-coordinated plans enabled different stakeholders to come together and accelerated the recovery of communities in Cebu Island. Always thinking ahead, Governor Garcia has set her sights on the bigger picture to help Cebuanos rebuild their houses and helping businesses get back on their feet. Thus, the CEBU program was launched. Because of her decisiveness and strong leadership, Cebuanos spoke with a deafening clarity in the May 9 polls, giving her an unprecedented vote of confidence of over 1.4 million with a lead margin of more than 1.1 million votes over her closest rival. Another history, as she now holds the record of having the highest number of votes ever given to an elected official in Cebu. It has been a challenging climb for Governor Gwen in her journey as Cebu's premier leader, but with her grit and determination, her brand of leadership, her innate boldness, her decisiveness, and her can-do spirit in the face of insurmountable odds, she has brought our beloved province to unprecedented heights. 18 years ago, she was at the crossroads of her life. The chance to fulfill her lifelong dream of becoming a lawyer beckoned, but so did a more urgent one, the opportunity to serve the Cebuanos by running as governor of Cebu in 2004. She chose the latter, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Tungod sa iyang big-ong liderato, ang Sugbo mao karon ang numero 1 lalawigan sa tibuok Pilipinas. Ug siya mao ang numero 1 gobernador sa tibuok nasod. Gobernador Gwen Garcia.
Vice Governor Junjun Davide, the National President of the League of Cities in the Philippines, El Presidente, and Mayor of Cebu City, Mayor Michael Rama, our Mayor of Mandaue City, Mayor Jonas Cortez, and the adopted son of the province, Mayor Ahong Chan, our provincial board members, the mayors and vice mayors of the component cities and municipalities of the province of Cebu, the regional directors and provincial directors of the different national government agencies. May I greet PRO 7 Regional Director General Eduardo Vega, together with our PNP officials. Mga binati ug binahal kong kaigsunan Subuanon, mga binati ug binahal kong mga anak ng mga Subuanon, maayong buntag natong tanan. 3 years ago, on a morning such as this, and also on the 1st of August, we came together in this social hall to celebrate the opening salvo of the 450th founding anniversary of the province of Cebu. At that time, we were barely over a month in office as the May 2019 elections had just been concluded. It was the start of many of our terms then. But little did we know that that would be our first celebration in that term, and that will be the last. Because a few months later, the specter of the dreaded COVID-19 spread throughout the entire country and the entire world. And we were gripped with the worldwide pandemic as declared by the WHO. Pretty soon, the restrictions set in. It was an unknown disease. And as always, human nature reacts with fear of the unknown. We did not know what to do. For all of us chief executives, and even those in the legislative, this was the biggest challenge that we had ever faced in public service, because there was no playbook. There was no guidebook to which we could refer on how we would face the challenge. And so our response became a work in progress. As day by day, we had to analyze figures, study statistics and data, read as much as we could on the different opinions and analyses that sometimes self-anointed experts would brandish about. And because we were elected, we were trusted by the people to above all uphold their benefit, we had to decide. We had to make a choice. The easiest way out would have been to make the popular choice. What would be praised and commended by our medical experts. But as we would always respect their expertise in the medical field, the whole world, nay, the lives of our people, did not revolve solely on medical terms. Daghan ang naglisod. Dili tungod kay nangasakit, apan tungod kay wa nay trabaho, wa nay panginabuhi. As lockdown after lockdown happened throughout this country, the economy all but collapsed. And so here in Cebu, we made that difficult choice of balancing both lives and livelihood. It was a thin line, a fine line that we had to tread. But we made it through. Why? Because we came together as one. It is said that hardships bring people together, and never before had we witnessed such a unanimity of direction and focus as what we had seen in the province of Cebu, and in fact, in the entire island of Cebu. There were times even that when I would issue an executive order, this would be echoed by the different municipalities and component cities, and I would get a call from Mayor Michael Rama saying, I support your EO. And Mayor Ahong saying, padadin na lang kong kopya ng EO kay ako na lang po ng sundon. Mayor Jonas was always on board. Gipakita nato nga kaya nato. Di ay nga magkahiusa. And then Typhoon Odette. Pang-ending. Truly, the last 3 years tested our mettle. Kaya ba nato? Did we have the stuff that strong leaders are made of? And I am most proud to say that here, in this one Cebu island, our leaders showed that Cebuanos truly can be proud that they have chosen leaders that have the stuff demanded of those difficult days. And so when I speak of how we had come together 3 years ago, that was the first and only founding anniversary celebration that we actually celebrated as normal Cebuanos. Because when the pandemic set in, we found ourselves moving towards abnormalcy. It's been 3 years. And it is with much joy, with much gratitude, that we now again celebrate the founding anniversary of the province of Cebu as normal people. Back to normalcy. And yet, remembering what we had been through, we must now define the direction that we shall take. I speak of normalcy because we have learned so much in these 3 years about this dreaded disease. And if we continue to ramp up the numbers and we continue to sow fear, then we will start to suspect that perhaps there may be another agenda accompanying COVID-19. If we must reclaim our lives, then let us accept the fact that COVID-19, just like any other disease, is here because we are not living in a perfect world. In the same way, tuberculosis is still around. Even polio made a reappearance. And now what they call monkeypox, di ba, maunang kurikum? Diseases are here to stay. The challenge is to boost our immune system, to ensure that we protect ourselves, but never again should there ever be another lockdown. Normalcy is accepting that we live not in Shangri-La or in some ideal world where nothing ever goes wrong. But hey, you wanna know something? We have been tested. We have faced sometimes the most insurmountable obstacles. And beyond all that, we survived. We did not only survive, we prevailed. And we showed the rest of the country, this is the way we shall go. That is Cebu. We are the Cebuanos. We are a cut above the rest. And so today, again, by some strange synchronicity, at the start of our terms, we celebrate the 453rd founding anniversary of the province of Cebu with much joy, with much thankfulness and gratitude, with bravado, with braggadocio, because we have proven a lot in the 3 most difficult years of our public service lives. We have proven that indeed we can be proud to be Cebuanos. Sa akong mga kauban, niningatong pag-alagad, pwede imong ipuso ng imong mic, kisaba kayo. Ning atong pangalagad sa probinsya sa Subo, ug ning atong minahal nga isla sa Subo. Magkuyog kita puno sa paglaom nga ang musunod nga 3 ka tuig panahon na nga mamawi ta. Panahon na nga ibalik ta ang kanhing kapiskay, kamadasigon ug makusganon nato nga ekonomiya ug ato kanunay di gyud ta paapas, ato gayud kanunay huptan ang talagsaong distinction nga sa tibuok nasod Pilipinas ang Subo numero 1. Mabuhi ang Subo, mabuhi kitang tanang Subuanon.
Daghang salamat, Gobernador Gwen Garcia. By the way, adunay paniudto alang sa tanan. We have lunch for all. Ato na ginapit ang tanan nga ni aron din sa social hall. Pagpaingon sa atong police stations alang sa atong paniudto. Human sa paniudto, aduna kitay ribbon cutting sa atong painting exhibit sa Capitol Lobby Gallery.
Sa
again, daghang salamat sa University of Cebu Dance Company. Ako balikon, aduna tay paniudto alang sa tanan. Our guests may now proceed to the buffet stations at the back portion of this social hall.